Well, welcome everybody. For those of you I have not had a chance to meet yet, my name is Tony Collins. I'm the Director of Recreation and Parks for the City of Columbus. The mayor and I argue all the time that I have the coolest job in the city, without a doubt, proud to be here today for this celebration. Thank you, Mayor, for being here. Thank you, Councilmember Page, for being here. Commissioner Brown, Commissioner Paul, thank you to all of our guests for being here for this great celebration. Long time coming, probably 3 years in the making, if not more, a project and a celebration. Actually, it's a double celebration. We're trying to be efficient with your time. We want to celebrate two things today. First and foremost, the Mcknight Outdoor Education Center and what that means to the city of Columbus, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And of course, we wanted to feature this great new facility that that you're seeing for the first time, and that will be available to all of our kids in Columbus, and especially in the light of outdoor education and our summer camp programs. And this is my favorite part, because this is when I get to go off script, which throws half of my team completely insane. But I want to tell you just a personal tie to this piece is that, I tell a lot of people in this business, and when I get a chance to talk about how when I was 14 years old, my mom was a single mom trying to raise a family and out working, and so she dropped me off at the local YMCA, which was a rec center in our community, and that's how I got started in this profession, and that's what has brought this love and passion to me from that. But really, I kind of cheat on that, because what really did it for me was when I was living on the north side of Columbus, and I was a fourth grader, and I remember climbing through the creek and playing in the water and in the stream and climbing in the trees in the woods outside of my apartment complex on the north side of Columbus. And then I remember after I got involved as a 14-year-old volunteer that a few years later I took my first job as a summer day camp counselor. And that summer I went into camp, and my mother still cringes on this. I went into camp as a pre-law major, poli-sci pre-law. I left camp as an education and eventually changed to a recreation management major and became a professional in the camping. I spent 6 years as a camp counselor, camp director, outdoor education teacher. So this place, this site, this location means a lot to me. It's where we get to teach kids about nature and get them to learn about conservation and stewarding our environment that sticks with them for the rest of their lives. And whether it's in their home or out with their families, or as future leaders, where they help become future educators and stewards of our environment. It all starts in facilities like this. So it's an incredible day to celebrate, and we're really excited to have this as a tool in our toolbox. We talk a lot about health and wellness in our profession. We have three pillars: health and wellness, conservation, and social equity. This site, the Mcknight Outdoor Education Center, the new Wyandot Lodge, embody every one of those things. We know that families and kids are going to be more healthy when they're outside and physically active in the outdoors. We know that the best way to protect and conserve our environment for the future is to have our kids touch the environment, to be out and to learn about those things that make up the world we live in. We know that protects our environment, one of the number one things we can do. This building does that, and this building and this center provides that access to all of the kids in the city of Columbus, and that's an incredible opportunity for us as a department. So we're like I said, I can't help to get more excited, as you can tell, about this building and facility. Some of you know the history. It's been here for more than 50 plus years, running what we call the Indian Village Summer Camp Program. And that program still will continue to grow here now and be able to use this Wyandot Lodge as a learning lab. Not only does the building, and you're going to hear a little bit more about the building and its scientific approach to the construction that will help us teach, but it will become a learning lab for whether it's our preschool, and you can see we even brought a little chair up, and I'm not sitting in the chair later, just to be clear. I won't be able to get back up. Our preschool learning center, where we're going to be able to work with pre-K kids and learning about the environment, to our learning labs and science facilities for all of our kids and learners from 8 to 80 that come out here and participate in our programs. So you'll see that this Wyandot Lodge has a great opportunity for all along learning at every life stage. I wanted to spend a little bit more time talking about the building and the aspects of the building. But I've asked Councilmember Page if she wouldn't mind sharing that piece of our story today. So it's my pleasure to introduce our friend and our leader in Recreation and Parks, Councilmember Page.
Thank you so much, Director, and it is a pleasure to be here with you as well as our mayor to celebrate this wonderful new facility. I was actually here over the summertime with the summer camp, and I thought, you know, I'm still young, I can get out and play with the kids. It was maybe like a 90-degree day, and they were playing Capture the Flag, and I always loved Capture the Flag as a child. So I said, it was like alligators or crocodiles versus some other animal. And I get on the team and I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. And after the first run, I literally thought I was gonna die. And you know, they're still going, and I know they were thinking, who is this lady out here that's running very crazy, she can't breathe. But it was a great experience for me. But the youth who were here, they absolutely just loved this facility, they loved the camp, and they had a great time. And I'm excited that we will be able to provide an additional asset to their experience here. So now I get to share with you a few facts about the building. And again, this building is more than just walls, classrooms, and a place to gather. Did you know that buildings use 36% of America's overall energy consumption and 65% of the electricity demand? There are approximately 100 net zero buildings in North America, and Wyandot Lodge may be the first non-residential net zero energy project in Ohio, which is awesome. This means that the building will capture as much energy using solar panels as the occupants use over the course of the year. This system will generate more than 80,000 kilowatt hours per year, which will offset 100% of the electricity it uses. It was also designed with geothermal heating, which can save up to 70% in energy. An incredible amount of thought and innovation was put into this building. Details like the building's position to take full advantage of the sun's rays and its tall windows along the south, which bring in natural light and naturally warm the space. This building was carefully crafted with sustainable efficiencies. The building's skin was also optimized to be well insulated, about 3 times that of a typical building, keeping Wyandot Lodge warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Installing efficient lighting and appliances like LED lighting and Energy Star certified appliances decreases the energy demand inside the building, and Wyandot Lodge even uses sensors that switch lights off when no movement is detected in space. So if we don't move for a while, it'll go pretty dark in here. And daylight sensors reduce the electricity lighting when daylight is available, again in order to reduce energy consumption. All of this innovation and technology helps to create a facility that truly represents what conservation and smart construction is all about. I would like to acknowledge M&A Architects for taking on this challenge and being a successful partner with the City of Columbus. Again, thank you all for being here, and again, I hope you enjoy this wonderful lodge. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Page. It's so great to have you here. We enjoy incredible leadership in this city with our council, and Councilmember Page is truly supportive of the Recreation and Parks Department. I couldn't do what I do, though, across the city at our 29 community centers, 352 parks, our 120 miles of trails, our pools, our golf courses, our trails, without the leadership of Mayor Ginther. He's been incredible to work with, absolutely supportive, and helps prioritize what we're trying to do to meet the needs of the residents of Columbus. So please help me welcome Mayor Ginther.
Good morning. What a great morning here in the City of Columbus, and to you're just fine. You stay right there. This is Hudson's grandpa. This is all about Hudson's grandpa. So you stay right there. We all have little ones. A quiet room is a dead room. We like noise, and we like little ones being busy. And just imagine how busy this place is going to be when we get it packed with young people from around this great city. So to Director Collins and to Chairwoman Page, thanks for all that you've done to get us here to this point. What an amazing facility. You know, I remember back when I was on City Council when a facility like this, an innovative net zero building, was something that we could only imagine. Some people wondered if it could be done at all. Many wondered how it could best serve our community, but I believe this was a possibility because it's the Columbus way. We get things done and we find innovative and sustainable ways to make things happen. And I also remember someone else who believed it could happen from the very beginning, namesake of this great facility and center, our former director, Alan Mcknight. For those of you who are familiar with the history of this area, you may have noticed that Director Collins did not refer to this area as Indian Village. In fact, he referred to it as the Mcknight Outdoor Education Center. And that is in honor of Alan Mcknight, former Director of Recreation and Parks. Alan served for more than 38 years with the City of Columbus. In 2007, he was named the Director of Recreation and Parks, and he was vital in building this department into what it is today. There's a reason I put that little chair out there, because as much as we are to celebrate the name and net zero and this and that, I think that little chair embodies Alan Mcknight's career and commitment, because it was always young people in this community that was most important to Alan. And so to Alan and Kathy and your entire family, we are grateful for your service, your contributions, and being here today to celebrate it. And even Hudson, if he wants to make some noise, it's all good. Alan's incredible leadership helped department weather one of the worst recessions in our city's history, and also helped lead the complete renovation of the downtown area and the Scioto Mile. Work that continues to get national and international recognition. He also had the vision for facilities like this. When he retired, the Recreation and Parks Commission surprised him by renaming this area the Mcknight Education Center. And we are excited to be able to celebrate this new facility today with he and his family. Thank you, Alan, for your leadership, your vision, and commitment to children and families in this great city. We are who we are today and who we will be tomorrow because of your service and vision. And I also want to congratulate Recreation and Parks for this wonderful facility. It's a great space, and I look forward with our great commissioners, Carla Rothen, Dave Paul, Mike Brown. Am I missing any of our other commissioners? They do incredible work working with our director and his team to make these great opportunities a reality for children and families in this city, and we're grateful for their service. It's a great space, and I look forward to seeing the many young people in the years to come embrace their passion for the outdoors, science, technology, stewardship, conservation, to propel Columbus into the future. Thank you all for being here today.
So before we wrap up, I know that the mayor mentioned M&A Architects, and I want to point out that Sutherland was the construction firm that worked with us, and we had a great team, by the way, of architects and landscape architects that helped put this together under the leadership of Jeff Anderson and Molly O'Donnell and our planning team. They did a fantastic job to them. I want to invite Sean Morris up, and Mayor, if you don't mind, and Alan, if you don't mind coming up. Just I told Alan this morning, I woke up this morning saying, is this the last building that I'm going to open that Alan had built, that Alan designed? They keep coming out. It's just been a great honor of mine to be able to be a part of some of the vision that Alan had, and this building just represents that. So I know Sean's got some great news to share with all of us.
Yeah, yes, thank you very much. This is a terrific facility, and I want to thank the City of Columbus for trusting in us to be able to do this and build this. It's obvious that this is a terrific facility that with the net zero and that we're submitting for LEED Platinum. I want to thank M&A Architects. We just received this. This is an award from the Central Ohio chapter of the Associated Builders and Contractors Association. And so this is the Eagle Award, and this is for excellence in construction. We've been a long partner with Columbus Recreation and Parks. I know better than to say it the other way around. But we've been a long partner and have done quite a few projects with this fine city and fine institution, and we really want to appreciate the fact that you guys trust in us to be able to do this. Mayor, thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone for joining us today.